Hello students, welcome in biology class. Today we are going to study about the next concept from chapter 6, that is respiration. Respiration is the process by which food is burnt in the cells of the body with the help of oxygen to release energy. It takes place in the mitochondria of the cells. The energy released during respiration is used to make ATP molecules, that is adenosine triphosphate, from ADP molecules and inorganic phosphate. Energy is stored in the cells in the form of ATP molecules. When the cells need energy, ATP is broken down in the presence of water to form ADP and energy is released. There are two types of respiration: aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. Aerobic respiration takes place in presence of oxygen. It produces more energy. The end products are carbon dioxide, water and energy. It takes place in most organisms. In aerobic respiration, glucose is converted into pyruvate in the cytoplasm in presence of oxygen, and then in the presence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into carbon dioxide and water, and energy is released in the mitochondria. Anaerobic respiration takes place in the absence of oxygen. It produces less energy as compared to the aerobic respiration. The end products are lactic acid or ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. Respiration takes place in muscle cells and yeast. In muscle cells, glucose is converted into pyruvate, and in the absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into lactic acid and energy. In yeast, during the time of anaerobic respiration, glucose is converted into pyruvate, and in the absence of oxygen, pyruvate is converted into ethanol, carbon dioxide and energy. This process is called as fermentation. These are the important pathways for breakdown of glucose: glycolysis, Krebs cycle, terminal oxidation. Breakdown of glucose by various pathways takes place by the help of these cycles. You can see in the flow chart there is a breakdown of glucose takes place in the cytoplasm. So in presence of oxygen inside the mitochondria, and then in absence of oxygen in muscle cell, and in absence of oxygen or in lack of oxygen inside the yeast. So this is three pathways through which the glucose undergoes breakdown. Let us see respiration in plants. In plants, respiration is a passive process. It takes place by diffusion. The air enters into plants through stomata and lenticels. The roots of plants obtain oxygen from the air entrapped in soil, and carbon dioxide is liberated in return. In submerged water plants, air from the water diffuses through the body surface. During respiration, plants take oxygen in. In plants, cellular respiration is the same as in animals. Respiration in water or in aquatic organism. Many small organisms obtain oxygen by diffusion through their body surface without having any special respiratory organs and without circulating blood. Larger and more complex animals often have specialized surfaces for gas exchange and also a blood system to transport oxygen more rapidly than diffusion alone can provide. The amount of dissolved oxygen is fairly low compared to the amount of oxygen in the air. The rate of breathing in aquatic organism is much more faster than that seen in terrestrial organism. Let us see some organs for breathing in animals. Earthworms breathe through their body surface. Frogs are amphibians. They live on both land and water. On land, they breathe with their lungs. Underwater, they breathe through their moist skin. Fish, crab and most other animals that live underwater breathe air dissolved in water. They breathe with the help of gills which are full of blood vessels. Fish take in water through their mouths, and this water passes through their gills, where the oxygen dissolved in the water is into the blood. The gills gives out carbon dioxide into the water. Insects take in air through their tiny holes in their bodies. These tiny holes, which are present on their bodies, are called as spiracles. Let us see now how the respiration takes place in human beings. In this picture, you can see this is the respiratory system of human body. The main organs of the respiratory system are nostrils, nasal cavity, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, bronchioles, lungs and diaphragm. Air enters through the nostrils. The hairs and mucus traps the dust particles. It then passes through the pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi and enters the lungs. The trachea has rings of cartilage which prevents it from collapsing when there is no air in the trachea. The bronchi divides into smaller tubes called as bronchioles, which ends in tiny air sacs called as alveoli. The alveoli is supplied with blood vessels through which exchange of gases takes place. The alveoli helps to increase the surface area for the exchange of gases. Let us see mechanism of breathing. When we breathe in air, the muscle of the diaphragm contracts and moves downward and the chest cavity expands and air enters into the lungs. When we breathe out air, the muscles of the diaphragm relaxes and moves upward and the chest cavity contracts and air goes out of the lungs. This is how breathing takes place in human beings. Let us see a short video to understand more about how the respiration takes place in human being. Here we will learn about now respiration in human beings. How do human beings respire? In human beings, air is drawn into the body through the nostrils. Nostrils are lined with fine hairs and mucus that filters the air as it passes through it. Next, the air travels to the throat and then moves through a pipe called trachea. Trachea contains cartilaginous rings that ensures smooth flow of air into the lungs. From here, the air passes through the bronchi before entering the lungs. The bronchi is like a network of tubes that keeps branching into smaller tubes called bronchioles. At the end of each bronchiole, you will find balloon-like structures called alveoli. The alveoli provide surface for exchange of oxygen and carbon dioxide. The walls of alveoli contains a massive network of blood vessels. When we breathe in, we lift our ribs and flatten our diaphragm. As a result, the chest cavity becomes larger. Air gets sucked into the lungs and fills the expanded alveoli. The oxygen in alveolar air is taken in by red blood cells in the alveolar blood vessels. The oxygen in the red blood cells is then transported to all the cells of the body. The cells in turn release carbon dioxide which diffuses into the blood and then it is released into the alveoli. In large oxygen into all parts of the body through diffusion. Hemoglobin is a respiratory pigment present in red blood cells, has high affinity for oxygen. This pigment binds with oxygen from the air in the lungs and forms oxyhemoglobin. Later, through oxyhemoglobin, oxygen is distributed to all the tissues in the body. The tissues in turn release carbon dioxide which diffuses into the nearby blood capillaries. Is more Therefore, carbon dioxide is transported as bicarbonate, which is its dissolved form.